back to News One, where me and my co-host will be talking about Evelyn Whitkin, a famous scientist. Today we'll be discussing her life, background information about her, her scientific discovery, and why it was important to the scientific world. Let's start by talking about her life. She was born in New York City, New York, on March 9th, 1921. Today she is still alive, therefore she's 100 years old. At 16, she started her undergraduate studies at New York University, which later got cut short because of protesting against NYU's acceptance to segregation in southern schools during athletic events. In 1943, at Columbia University, she was assigned to write a paper about biologists Salvador Luria and Max Delbrooks and their first experimental evidence of mutual genes in bacteria. This experiment got her very intrigued and interested in the study of bacteria, so that summer she ran a bunch of tests on bacteria. Now that I've talked about her life, I will now talk about her scientific discovery. She came across her discovery over that summer when she ran a bunch of tests. One of the tests concluded putting bacteria in high doses of UV radiation. When she did that, she saw the bacteria could survive high doses of UV radiation, which brought her to believe that these bacteria may have mechanisms to repair DNA, making them UV resistant. Now that I have talked about her discovery, I will now talk about why it's a scientific contribution and why it's important. Her discovery gave birth to the discovery that cells have mechanisms to repair DNA damage. This helps scientists discover that bacteria adapts to their environment. From her discovery, scientists discovered that cells can split and that mitosis was a thing. From this, mitosis showed that cells can make more cells and that cells come from other cells, making more DNA. This revolutionary idea gave birth to the discovery that cells have a mechanism to repair DNA damage, also called the SOS response. I will now show you images of Evelyn Whitkin and her in the lab testing experiments. This first picture is Evelyn Whitkin running tests in the lab at Columbia University on bacteria. This next picture is Evelyn Whitkin after she was elected to the National Academy of Sciences in 1977. She won a few more awards after those years. She won the National Medal of Science in 2002, the Wiley Prize in Biomedical Science in 2015, and the Lasker Prize in the Basic Medical Research in 2015. Today we talked about Evelyn Whitkin's life, her discovery, and why it's a scientific contribution. That's it for News One. Thank you for listening to me and my co-host, who didn't really talk.